we are going to show you the most difficult Pythagorean theorem problems, and that's when you get something mixed like this. So sometimes it's a radical, sometimes it's a solid number, sometimes it's a mixed number outside the radical and inside the radical. So let's just go to it. Number one, let's make sure we know what sides are given. You're given two legs here. So let's set up our Pythagorean theorem. Radical 3 squared plus 4 radical 5, and we want to put that in parentheses, squared equals the hypotenuse squared, x squared. So let's just make sure you see that. Radical 3, notice I put that in parentheses. Okay, so when you do radical 3 squared, the radical and the squared cancel each other out. This is the tricky one. 4 squared is 16. 5 cancels out, or the square root and the square cancels out, leaving 5. So this breaks down into 16 times 5. Do you see that? And 16 times 5 is 80. And then 3 plus 80 is 83. And the square root of 83 is nothing even, and it can't be broken down. If you went through your list of perfect squares, no perfect squares divide evenly into that. So that's your final answer, square root of 83. Not the most fun problem. Here's another one. I moved the 4 radical 3 to the hypotenuse, and I got rid of the radical just so we can maybe see how that occurs. The two legs are the x and the 3, so let's get those on the same side. So x squared plus 3 squared equals, again, 4 radical 5 squared. Now, this is going to come out to be 80. I'm going to go through the process again, just so we see it. But this would be x squared plus 9 equals, and once again, 4 squared is 16. Radical 5 squared is 5. 16 times 5 is 80. Here we go. And we would have to subtract the 9 over. And we end up with x squared equals 71. And then x would equal the square root of 71. This one cannot be broken down any further. That's our final answer. So there's two problems. Now let's do this one. So just to really confuse you, let's have 1 7 radical 2 and 1 2 radical 7. You can really see what's going on here for the multiplication. So we have 2 radical 7 squared, and they're both the legs, so I get to put them together, and the x squared is the hypotenuse. Okay. So breaking this down, this would be 4 times 7. Breaking this down, this would be 49 times 2. Do you see what happened there? 2 squared is 4. Radical 7 squared is 7. 7 squared is 49. Radical 2 squared is 2. So this turns into 28 plus 49 times 2 is 98 equals x squared. Put these two together, and you get, I think, 126 equals x squared. And you can experiment with all sorts of perfect squares. I'm pretty sure the main one, when it's even, is you check 4. 4 doesn't go into it, so I might be wrong, but I'm guessing a lot of the bigger ones don't go into it. So your final answer is the square root of 126. And I hope this gives you an idea how to handle these mixed ones.